back to making videos. Consistency has not stopped. It's just my drive to making these videos has just become less and less. I don't really know what that's about, but we're back. We're back. This has been a very interesting week. Now, we're about to do our 6-month reflection. I got one contract signed this year, so it has been a slower month. I don't really think that has anything to do with my actual skills getting worse. I think it's just more so the market slowing down this time of year, but we're going to talk about that here in a few days. A part of my work in real estate is I've been reaching out to my sphere of influence. Sphere of influence is everybody that you know in your personal life. Friends, family, people that know, like, and trust you. So I've been reaching out to people that I grew up with in Brown County, my close friends, my family, everyone in my family, my friends I've made at IU, people I've met at work, and people I've met at my internships and stuff. And it's really cool going back and talking to people. No, I am not soliciting business, and that's the only primary reason for calling. I really like following up and catching up with people I haven't spoken to in a long time to see how they're doing, because I'm genuinely interested to see how they're doing. And it's been wonderful. I've got to talk to people I haven't heard from in years, and it's been a truly wonderful opportunity. And I always try to sprinkle in the favor. If you know anyone that's looking to buy or sell in Indiana, do you think you could refer them to me? Sure, Nick. Absolutely can, for sure. And it's wonderful. I really appreciate everybody that's helped me the entire time. It's been great. I said this story before in October. I don't know what day it was specifically, but the day number was written in pink. I had a huge crush on a girl in 8th grade. I was 13, 14 at the time, and I really, really liked this girl. She was very adorable. I thought she was really cute, and I really liked her a lot. Now, growing up in school, I wasn't really super popular, but I also wasn't, super weird. I was just kind of, in the middle, and I was an athlete and stuff, but I wasn't a part of, the higher class crowd in middle school where they all have, the rich clothes, or the expensive clothes, the nice stuff, the, newest phones and everything. And I never had any of that. I always grew up feeling like I didn't have everything I wanted. And that always laid a chip on my shoulder. I always felt like I had something to prove and that I wasn't ever satisfied. I had that feeling of I had to prove to people something because I wasn't given everything when I was a kid. Well, I really liked this girl. And she was new. She was a new girl that came from a different school. And she was very pretty. And all the people, a lot of guys liked her. Of course. And she quickly became popular because of how cute she was. She was really, popular with everybody. But she was always kind of quiet. She was very social, but she was always, when I knew her, she was very shy and quiet. Well, everyone in the school knew I liked her. She knew I liked her. And since she grew up with that crowd never liked me. Even before I knew I liked her, the crowd being the popular kids and everything. I did everything I could to get with this girl. I sang a song for her in the school talent show. It was a serenade, last day of school. The entire school was watching. And usually you look at that situation and you think to yourself, that's so cringe, that's so weird, that's so, don't forget about it. Let's not even think about that. And there were definitely some people that thought that way. And I thought she felt that way for a long time. A part of my job is catching up with people that I haven't talked to in a long time. And she was one of those people. And so I physically, vocally haven't spoken to her since September of 2017. And now it's January 2026. I have graduated high school. I have went to IU, made some of my best friends at IU. I got baptized in 2023. I worked as a leasing coordinator. I did an internship. I got my real estate license. I moved from Bloomington to Westfield. And the world kept spinning. So I texted her on Facebook and I asked, when are you free to call? And, we got a time to call. I didn't have her phone number though. So, I had to end up getting that. And we called for half an hour. And in my mind, I think to myself, excuse me, she did not like me. Straight up. I was weird. I was that kid that was way too obsessive, way too unhealthily, creepy, and all this mean stuff I was saying to myself for 9 years. I didn't think too much about it in those 9 years. I mean, like I said, I've lived a whole life of just doing other things, but it would come into my mind every now and then because it was a big part of my life. And all that just went out the window when I called her. When I called her, the first thing she said was, "Your voice got deeper." And she told me that her mom kept tabs on me for 9 years, and she said, "My mom told me that you were always going to go places." If I really was that weird loser kid, why would her mom keep tabs on me? Now, this is nothing, this isn't even real estate related, but this is just something that's on my mind that I really want to share on YouTube. And it just shocked me because she was very impressed with where I was in life because she looked at my Facebook and saw that I was in real estate. I go to the gym, and she was very happy for me. And that made me very grateful, right? And, she moved down to Florida. She asked me, because I told her my dad lives down in Florida too. And she asked me and said, when was the last time you were there? I said, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And she said, "Oh, well, you could have asked me. We could have hung out." So she turned me down in 2017, actually multiple times. And I thought it was literally just because she didn't like me, just straight up. And that was kind of the end of it. I actually don't think that's true. I don't. I actually think there was a period where maybe she did like me in 8th grade. And maybe it's because, when you're 14, you're heavily influenced by your peers, your friends, how it is being a teenager. You really want to fit in with the crowd. Sorry, I got to clean out my pocket a little bit. You have to fit in with a crowd of some sort to not feel like an outcast. That's such an important aspect to middle school stuff. And I feel like the popular kids got in her head a little bit. And that's why she never insisted on dating me. What does this all mean? Nothing. Well, it does mean something, but I'll get onto that in a minute. It's something that happened 9 years ago, and all it was just a great reunion since we haven't talked in 9 years. And it was great. It was pleasant. It was very wonderful. She's doing well. She was very happy for me. She was impressed with me living out on my own. And it's just... And then the people that did also like her, those popular kids that, were "She doesn't like you, back off, you're weird," are in a much different position than I am. I'll just put it that way. It took 9 years, but I won. Now, look, with my work, with what I do, I give all the credit to everyone in my life. My twin brother, my friends, my family, my team, Kevin for believing in me, Tyler in believing in me. Give all the glory to God. Seriously, what I'm doing isn't even like special, and I have so much more work I need to do. Like, I mean, there's so much more stuff I need to do, and I'll talk about that in another video when I get into my senses. There's a lot of work I need to do, but I got to give myself credit where credit's due. I've been doing this for 6 months, and I've built a sustainable amount of success in 6 months. I haven't gotten paid, but we're getting there. It's going to be soon, right? So I won finally. It took 9 years. I didn't think it would take that long. And now I'm going back to my old life, thinking back in 2016, 2017. Like, that little boy actually won. And there's something about that is very heartwarming, but also very tragic. That she did like me. But at the same time, I didn't have the confidence to really push it further to make that next step. And so sometimes I constantly think, well, maybe I should give it another shot, hang out with her again and see how it goes. I got work I need to do. This isn't the time of my life where I need to be focused on dating. Like, look, I gotta survive. I gotta build something sustainable here. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to influence, help people. I want to teach people what I've learned, educate, guide, create things, and whether it be writing books, fiction or nonfiction, influencing people. That is my purpose, my drive, my reasoning for living, and it starts with this in real estate. And once I can get this plane to take off, then no matter what route God takes me in, is where it's meant to be. So if I do see her again, maybe I'm down in Florida seeing my dad and I go and see her again, and it goes well and we date, that's awesome, that's great. If not, then that's okay too. I'm putting all of my trust in God that I make the right decision and that these are the choices that I'm going to have. So, it's crazy. I can go on more in depth about this story. Fuck it, we'll do it. We'll talk. I got time. So in 2016, when I liked this girl, okay, she was friends with a lot of people that were telling her, don't date Nick, don't care about Nick, he's weird, like, Nick's creepy, like, you really don't want to be with a obsessed, clingy guy. And I thought she believed that. Now, here's why I don't think she actually did believe that. Why was her mom keeping tabs on me for 9 years, number one? I think that's so wonderful, and that makes me so grateful that she was really appreciative of what I've been doing. It's really great. But also, when I called her, she was very happy to hear back from me. And she was very sweet and flattering to me. Like, you live on your own, you graduate from IU, like, that's so awesome, so cool. If I was just that weirdo, creepy guy, she wouldn't have said any of that stuff. So it makes everything I did there memorable and worth it, and not cringy and not weird. And I think that just makes it so beautiful. It was very adorable. And it was a big part of my life. I mean, I was 14. I didn't think of it at the time that it was going to be this big of a deal in my life forever, but it was. Like, that was outside of real estate, I mean, that was probably the second biggest moment of my life. Like, if I'm just being honest. And the fact that it's coming in full circle and we're here now, it's amazing. I really did that. I really did that. It's just... I can't help but stop thinking about it. I called my brother for 3 hours. I called my friend Jarrett for 2 hours for my sphere of influence follow-up. And it was really great talking with them about this. And look, I can't let this stuff impact my work. I mean, I got my work done. I still need to make an Instagram video before I leave. But I really like what I've been doing here. And to be honest, there's a lot more work I need to do. And down the road, maybe I'll follow up with her again. I do have a follow-up scheduled in April because with my sphere, I'm doing a quarterly follow-up. So I'm just following up with people every quarter, so every 3 months. So I'm going to do more calls in April, and I'll see how she's doing then. And if we really hit it off well, then we'll hang out or do something fun. But now let's talk about my work. What are we doing work-wise? I'll talk more about it tomorrow, but tomorrow I am doing a for sale by owner script training with Kevin Hudaba for half an hour. Him and I made it a goal to call 10 for sale by owners every single day, or expireds, or pre-foreclosures. So we're going to have that scheduled in the pipeline. On top of that, I have social media posts, lead follow-up, outreach to do for my sphere of influence. Haven't had any showings in a while. I really want to schedule at least one showing this week or multiple so I can get a contract signed. Because, that'd be pretty nice. But, yeah, we got a lot of work tomorrow. I'm going to wake up especially early, so I might want to, get really good sleep. But there you guys have it. We're going to talk more about real estate stuff tomorrow. Actual real estate stuff. This was kind of more me venting about going back on a serenade and the crush that I had, almost 10 years ago. And it kind of coming back and a new realization that I had that all this time I was wrong. She really did like me. Okay, guys, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I want to be more consistent on these. I'm not falling off on real estate. It's just these videos, I'm just not as motivated to post every single day. But I'm still here. I'm alive and living, and we're still moving through the motions. I haven't built more momentum than I have now, so let's get it, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. A few days from now, we are going to do the 6-month reflection, so I'll see you guys then. Bye.